What's up, YouTube? It's your girl Rochelle, and I am back. I'm ready to dive in and show you guys my budget plan for August 2020. If that's something you're interested in, stay a while, okay? Your girl is ready. A few days early, in fact. Who knew? Who knew? Let's dive in. Okay. So let's get started with the income. I've already preloaded some of this information in, especially some of the numbers that are the same. Let's dive in with a nice blue so I can share what our estimated income is going to be. And that is $10,572. And that's more than it usually is because I'm going to start including the rent that I collect, just so that you guys can really see what our income looks like. So although I'm not working, we're blessed to still be able to have tenants in the home. So that's our income. That's a combination of the rent that we collect and my husband's pay for the month of August. Now, as far as savings, I always have to do that one in green. I just love it. The plan is, and this plan is forever changing, so please don't hold it to me, guys. It's $1,800. And that's a total of our emergency fund, our home repairs, and our road to a fully funded emergency fund. Now, if you remember the beginning of this month, July, I had all these grand plans to try and save $10,000. Well, that didn't happen. You want to know why? That didn't happen because I figured out that we brought in enough so that we could become consumer debt free. And so I'm still going to share paycheck number 3 with you guys, and hopefully you will see that happen there. I think we're going to be able to pull it off for my husband. I'm already consumer debt free as of July 6th, but my husband has one final credit card that we need to take care of. So anyway, those are those two categories. Now we got to get my red pen for the debt. But it's so crazy because look, guys, there's no credit card debt area. I am gonna be a good girl and make sure that I have my money right. So for debt, $1,280 is going to pay for the house and the car for the month. They each get $640. We have $640 that comes out each week, each pay, and it goes into a joint account. And then whatever is left over, I put on the car as an extra payment towards the principal. Next up is everything we use every day: food, utilities, everything. So nothing really has changed. The only thing that really changed was this first category, which is personal. I gave my husband the raise of all raises because I feel like he has been killing it and he deserves to have a little bit more money every month. So basically I'm giving him, my goal is to give him like almost 10% of whatever he brings in for the month. So you see about 10,000 and then about 900. So a little less than 10%. So 90105 is what I plan on giving. I usually only take about 200 of this money, and this month I might not even take that. Anyway, that's our fun money. That's what we use to have fun. That's what we use to buy our clothes, whatever we want. And if there's some specific item that we want, like say for instance my husband's work shoes, he bought those last month with the cash that we had saved in our cash envelope. So next up is groceries, which is still $400. Phone bill is $186.03. Eating out is $200. Eva, she's back to $50 allowance because I canceled that little game that she was paying $9.99 a month for because she never played it. It was a waste. Apple, that is everything Apple: iCloud storage, Apple Music, Apple Arcade, anything Apple. That all totals about $39, so I always budget $40. Greenlight is my daughter's bank account card system, and they charge $4.99 a month, but it is amazing because it helps them to spend and budget their own money as well as save and earn it. If you want to try it out for your child, I highly recommend it. It's kid and adult friendly. Link will be in the description below. If you use my referral code, you get $10 and I get $10. So let's win together. Title is getting $5.21. Wix is getting $8. That's from my Actually Travels website. Dollar Shave is getting $10.45. Netflix is getting $12.99. Time for Learning, her homeschool, is getting $19.95. And I went ahead and just added the money in for September. Now you will see a duplicate because I did put this payment to the side last month, well this month in July, but they never took the money. So, and I didn't realize it until a week ago. So I'm not tripping. I'm just making sure I have a double payment at all times because they tend to not charge and then charge back to back. So anyway, those are all the fixed expenses, and that totals, drum roll please, okay, let me make sure I'm in frame. It totals $1,858.62. Next up, let's get rid of this red pen. Next up is the giving category, and we just started really working out an exact number, but we plan to give at least $350. Travel is going to get $500 for the second month in a row, which is exciting, and that's kept in our bank account. I'm not taking that much money out. See, sinking funds. Let's go over to the sinking funds. So cash envelopes, I split it up into two categories: cash envelopes and electronic. Cash envelopes is going to get $590, and then electronic sinking funds is going to get $143.38. So last but not least is the obvious debt snowball. So this is all the money that I hope to be able to throw at this doggone car loan, because we have had it for 3 years and I'm over it. We hope to put $4,050 towards our debt snowball this next month. Now let's make sure all these numbers add up. Ooh, don't you love it when it comes together? Come through. 10, 5, 72. Okay, so we have a zero-based budget, and if you are not familiar, feel free to check out any of my other budget videos where I go into more detail about that. But basically, a zero-based budget means that your income and your final balance should match and equals $0. Meaning if you bring in this amount of money, you need to find a home for every single one of those dollars and make sure that it adds up to the same amount so that they cancel each other out, giving you a balance of 0, thereby having a zero-based budget. Boom. Okay, so I want to keep things interesting because we had this conversation on one of our Money Mondays where we get into this groove where we're paying off debt and then we don't have a plan for after. And so I want to keep things interesting, and let me show you what I've done. Okay, so this is a monthly debt tracker that I scored from Ozella's Etsy shop. You guys might know her as the Intentional Dollar here on YouTube. And I love this debt tracker, but have never actually put it to use because if you're anything like me, you had a lot of credit cards and it was a lot to use. But if you watch her channel and watch her videos, you will see how she makes it look so easy, and she has motivated me to start to use this tracker that I bought from her months ago. So if you want a copy, feel free. The link will be in the description. I love supporting my fellow YouTubers. I love our community. So here's a close-up view. If you have any additional debts, they will all be listed here. And so these are our last debts, guys. This is it. This is the last leg. And so you can see I've just added a little note to myself to say when I've started, and that's August 2020. And our starting balance for the month of, let me grab a pen just in case, for the month of August is, for the car, it's $15,368.19. So that $4,000 hopefully will get applied to that balance, and our imbalance will take us to just over $10,000. So we'll see what happens. Meanwhile, the house is down to $37,272.82. So this is what I'll be using to track our expense for the month of August. Now let me show you my overview. Okay, so this is my monthly overview, and I pull it out of my Happy Planner just so I can show it together and show it to you guys and keep it in frame. But basically, these are the things that I need to make sure I don't forget to do. So I have a baby shower, of course, via Zoom. One of my friends is having a baby. And then we have Money Mondays. And just to reemphasize, we have Money Mondays. Tune in every Monday where we talk all things money. We always have special guests from time to time. We answer all the questions you can think of. We have fun. We play Jeopardy. We have a ball. Details are in the description if you would like to join us via YouTube Live. Okay, next up are the scheduled bills that I have. So I only listed the 2 debts because those are the 2 that I am really concerned about, let's be honest. So the car loan and the mortgage are scheduled to come out on the 8th and the 15th. They're on auto pay, but I always double check just to make sure. And actually, I'm lying. The car loan is on auto pay. The mortgage I have to pay by the 15th of the month. Thank goodness. And this is why I tell you guys to make small changes as you go along, because you never know how it will benefit you in the future. But about 2 or 3 months ago, I finally got 1 month ahead on our bills. So our car loan and our mortgage is technically paid for the month already, but I want to keep it 1 month ahead. And so I have it paid that way. So I make sure there's always enough money in there to stay 1 month ahead. And so now that I'm going to be making extra payments on this car loan, in addition to the $140 a month I've been making, I hope to see my principal go down even quicker because I put myself in this position. So we'll see what happens. I'm anxious to see this number. On the 14th of the month is when I expect for all of our regular bills to come out. So all those fixed expenses that we talked about, all the Netflix and everything else, that usually comes out by the 14th of the month, at the latest the 21st. And then since we don't have taxes anymore, I'll talk more about that in our mid-month. I have an auto payment for $200 that has been coming out for the last 5 years, and I need to make sure that they stop taking that payment. So I have a note here to make sure that I log into my bank account and make sure they didn't take that $200, because I remember when I paid off my state taxes, those auto payments continued to come out for I think another 2 months before they stopped it. And then they just cut you a check and mail it to your house, and it takes forever. But it's something that I want to bring up as I experience these things. So hopefully I can help someone else who is also looking to pay their taxes. So that's that. Those are the bills for the month that I'm expecting. And then also on the 28th, I have a note on here to save for travel, because any extra money that I have after making a large car loan debt snowball and paying our regular bills and adding money to savings, I want to make sure I put something to the side for travel. I have 2 doctor's appointments, one for Eva. She has a cavity. You know, kids are so interesting. I have literally been on her like white on rice. No candy, no juice, no nothing. The only time she ever has juice is like a cup of organic, unfiltered apple juice. That's not even from concentrate. You've seen the Kirkland bottle of apple juice in my fridge. Other than that, she doesn't drink soda. She doesn't eat any sweet stuff hardly. And yet and still, she still has a cavity. Can't win with kids. They are a walking, moving bill. All you can do is just save and hope for the best. So anyway, her dentist appointment is coming up. And so the lady did not give me a balance of how much is due yet, because we just went the Friday before. And so I'll call and find out how much that copay will be. My husband's, his balance, I know it's $250 a pop every time he goes to visit and get readjusted and get new whatever on his braces. It's $250. I don't even budget that and talk to you guys about that because I've always just included it on his credit card. So if you see a running balance, that's what is on his credit card. So once we pay it off, I'm hoping this has happened by July 31st. That will be the only thing that I'll probably still be using that's on auto pay. So anyway, I hope that makes sense. And that's my overview. And I think I have just my goals left to share. Okay, so I wanted to switch it up and show you guys my plan. So let me bring my colors back in because I will need them. So first off, my monthly goal is to pay $4,000 in the month of August, in addition to our regular car payment, to the car loan. In addition, I want to save another $1,500, and that will go to the Road to Fully Funded Emergency Fund. And then third, I want to use cash only, except for cash purchases, except for online purchases. So some stuff like, for example, our grocery budget is all electronic, our main groceries, because we shop at Sam's Club and Costco, and Sam's Club has scan and go. So you can pay on your phone, check out on your phone, and go about your day. I love it. But I do use cash if we ever buy anything from Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, things like that. Anyway, those are my 3 monthly goals. I try to keep it very short because I really want to be successful. In this section here are my action steps. Now, basically, this is how much money I plan on dedicating to each category that we mentioned. So 38.31% will be going toward debt snowball. So I'll just name that DS. And I love this breakdown. If you ever want to use this breakdown and for yourself, download the spending tracker app and it'll actually just break it down for you. I didn't do any of this work. Nope. Next up, and basically this is all our income and what we're spending it all on. The next one is our regular bills, and that is getting 17.58%. Next up is savings. Savings is getting 17.03%. I could dive in a little closer for you guys. That might help. And then the next one is a debt payment, and that is getting 12.11%. The yellow is the cash envelopes, and that's getting 5.58%. Green is travel. Are we surprised? Are we? 4.73%. Oh, I just got marker all over my hand. That's not cute. Next up is donate or give, and that is only getting 3.31% because I don't know, I give myself some freedom in that category, so I always want to spend at least $350 a month helping someone else, charity, new business startup, supporting by making a purchase from their new shop, whatever. But if it's more, I'll share with you at the end of the month. I aim for 5%, but you get the picture. You get it. You get it. I'm trying. Your girl is trying. Last but not least is purple. That is electronic sinking funds. And that is just 1.36%. So I thought this breakdown was really cool because you can really see where all my money is going. It's definitely going towards my debt snowball. But I saw this 50-30-20 budgeting rule online in one of my Facebook groups, and we talked about it a little bit on our Money Monday Facebook group. And I just thought that it was really strict, and it's proof that you have to have a plan for yourself. You can read all the financial books, you can come up with, all these ideas from other people, but at the end of the day, you have to make your budget work for your household. And so this is what works for us right now because we are striving to become debt free. Woo! I think that's everything. I do. Thanks for staying all this time with me and staying tuned in all this time while I talked all things August 2020. Share with me what your plan is below. Comment below if you have, what's one thing you want to achieve next month? Because it's coming, ready or not. What would you like to see happen in the month of August 2020? Well, that's all for me now, guys. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace, love, and budgets.